What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and there is so much going on right now, especially out in East Palestine, Ohio. There's so much going on that I have not been seeing anyone talk about this, and I do not want this to kind of fly under the radar, but tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., they are supposed to release a special report revealing the cause of the East Palestine train derailment. Now, I think they're going to have a press conference as well around 1 p.m. tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Now listen, I don't think these people are going to tell the truth at all. And if you think that I'm crazy for saying that, you got to remember, these are the same people that are telling the citizens of this town that it's okay to drink the water. Meanwhile, grocery stores around America, some of them are silently pulling water bottles off the shelves because this water has been sourced just a few miles out from this chemical disaster. So if the water bottles that are being transported across this country aren't safe to drink, or if at the very least, these grocery stores know there may be some lawsuits coming if they keep selling this water, then what makes you think the faucet water in this town is okay? You see, a lot of people in this town unknowingly already signed their name on the dotted lines, barring them from ever being able to hold anyone accountable for what happened. They put these people in a hard position. They told these people, hey, if you want us to test your house, sign your name on this dotted line. And you know, a lot of people, you're in the moment, you're desperate, you're wanting to know if your house is safe enough to go into. You sign the paper and you don't realize that when you signed that paper, you also gave up your right to sue these people in the future. You basically signed a piece of paper saying that you can't hold this train company or anyone else accountable for what happened. So they're telling people the drinking water is safe. It's not. And now tomorrow morning, they're going to reveal the cause of this disaster. Do you really think you're going to turn on the TV and they're going to be like, yeah, you know, this is all part of a big plan. We've decided that we're going to take these trains, we're going to crash them all over America. We're going to ruin as much independently owned farmland as possible. We are tired of small family owned businesses. We are tired of families passing down farms from generation to generation. We want to fully control the food supply. Therefore, we are poisoning your waterways. We are poisoning your crops because we want to further control you. Do you really think they're going to get on here and say that? Of course not. They're going to give us some nonsense, and then they're going to move right along to the next lie. To the next lie. And you know, we're not hearing much from our government about this. They've been refusing aid this entire time until randomly Donald Trump was like, okay, I'm going to East Palestine, Ohio. And then all of a sudden, everyone was like, okay, now we'll help. Now we'll help. And that puts a bad taste in my mouth because it lets me know that y'all didn't care about the people of Ohio. Y'all cared about the optics. It's like their hatred for one man is what made them finally step up to help. And I find that extremely odd because situations like this, I know they're destined to become political, but I wish that just sometimes we could kick the politics to the side. It doesn't matter who you voted for. Can't we all agree that we're not happy about what happened here? You know, what people don't seem to understand is that We're always caught up in this infighting, fighting between political parties, but it's really the little guy versus the powers that be, the establishment. At the end of the day, they don't care how most of you all vote. They care that they can control y'all and keep y'all divided. And in a moment like this, why should we be arguing across the fence instead of all agreeing like, yeah, I hope nothing like this ever happens to me. I hope nothing like this ever happens to you. This is bad for our environment. This is bad for the people in this area. This is something that's so easy to agree upon. Yet somehow they've already found a way to divide us. To divide us. And when these government officials are being asked questions, they're dodging the questions. I want you to watch this clip real quick. Then I'll be back with my thoughts.
Kyiv, Ukraine, and one of the things the mayor of East Palestine said that he called on President Biden to visit East Palestine before he went to Ukraine. He said that was the biggest slap in the face that tells you right now he doesn't care about us, talking about President Biden. So he can send every agency he wants to, but I found out this morning that, and one of the briefings that he was in the Ukraine giving millions of dollars away to people over there, not to us, and I'm furious. Look, to Americans who have a train derailment, particularly with hazardous chemicals in their community, you can see why this feels like the biggest priority for them and perhaps 2 generations to follow if there's hazardous chemicals out there. What do you say to people who see the president's visit to Ukraine but don't see you or the president in East Palestine?
Yeah, Secretary, what do you have to say? Hi, how are you?
Good.
Jenny here at the Daily Caller News Foundation. What do you have to say to the folks in Ohio, East Palestine, who are suffering right now?
Well, I'd refer you to about a dozen interviews I've given today, and if you'd like to arrange a conversation, be sure to reach out to our press office, but I'm not going to have that conversation with you. Just walk
You
down
don't
the
have a
street
message
here.
for them?
I do, and I shared it with the press many times today. I'd refer you to those comments.
Would you mind sharing it with us?
No, I'm going to refer you to the comments that I made to the press because right now I'm taking some personal time and I'm walking down the street.
Are you going down there?
What's that?
Are you going down there at all?
Yeah, I am.
When are you going?
I'll share that when I'm ready.
Okay,
I'll talk down the
thank you.
street. Can I get a photo of you?
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that acting like that makes any of this better? Do you think that gives confidence to the people of East Palestine, Ohio? And then why did he ask to take a picture of her afterwards? Like she was some type of evil, bad person because she simply asked him a question. In my opinion, if you get elected to office, you should be able to answer questions like this. You should have words ready to roll off your tongue for people in situations like this, but our government has decided to turn a blind eye towards its own people. And that's like my major issue here. It makes my blood boil seeing the people of East Palestine being ignored. And don't get me wrong, if you're watching this video, then it's probably because you're either subscribed to my channel or you're looking this stuff up. But in the grand scheme of things, these people are being ignored. While we're announcing new money that we're going to be paying to Ukraine, we just announced we're going to be paying these people's pensions. But what about the people of Ohio? I don't know what will come of this. I told you all from day one that this isn't something that's going to go away. This is something that it will eventually go away from the news cycle. But long after this news story is gone, long after you've forgotten about this, these people will still be suffering. Generations to come will be suffering in this area. And I hate that it had to be that way. And I don't think that it had to be this bad. And I'm hoping that somehow, some way, something can happen from all of this that can make this country a better place, a safer place, so things like this don't happen again. And if they do, there's some type of a better response. But like I said, folks, tomorrow morning, they will be revealing the cause. And isn't it weird? Like, they couldn't just come out and just say what it is. They have to schedule a little event. Like, okay, on Thursday, a week from now, we're going to reveal the cause. I'm really tired of seeing things like that happen in the news, where they're taking news that they already have, and instead of releasing it, they're waiting for these certain time slots. Like, this shouldn't be like the release of a Netflix special. This shouldn't be like the Super Bowl. This shouldn't be an event that we plan for ahead of time. If it was real and natural, you would just release the news as it comes in. When you find out the cause, you reveal the cause. You don't wait until 8 p.m. 3 days from now to reveal the cause on Good Morning America. But that's what our life has become. It's like one big rotten reality show. And frankly, I'm tired of living in it. I want to live in a real reality, not in this weird nonsense that we've seemed to be living in the last couple of years. Let me know your thoughts though down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell. And I'll talk to you all in the next video.